Okay, we are recording. Good evening. I know that's not normally how we start out Zooms, but I thought that somebody may need that tonight. I know that this is a very difficult time. I went live on the team page yesterday and tried to just share what was on my heart. It's very difficult in times like this to have the right words to say or to know what I'm supposed to do. I know that might sound silly, but I just hold this responsibility so heavily to be here for you guys and to make sure that you feel protected and that you know that you're a part of an incredible community and to know that we are here for you 100% and that I'm praying over each and every one of you because I know that a lot of you are going through very scary times right now. And when I took tonight's training and said that I was going to be the one to lead it, I didn't know what to do. And I think that's how a lot of us feel with everything in life right now and social media. And you're like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know how I'm supposed to act right now. So you're not alone in that. And part of me was like, okay, should I, try to lighten the mood and like talk about something else and get our attention off of things. But I don't think that that's the capacity that you guys need me in right now. I think that you need direction. I think that you need help. I think that you need support. And I want to say that I definitely don't have the right answers. I've never navigated through something like this, but I think it's important just to have this community and just to have each other. A lot of people don't even have that. So I want you to know how very special it is that we are all able to come together and that we're able to be here with each other through this, to support each other, to help each other, to have people by our sides navigating through these waters that we never expected to be in. So what I kind of wanted to do tonight, and number one, any questions you guys have, anything that you are confused about or scared about, or you don't know what to do, or you just need guidance, feel free to ask me. No, Molly, I put you outside for a reason. I wanted to just kind of talk about tangible things that I think that you can do daily that may help you through this, that may help your mind through this, that may help you figure out how, you're supposed to work a business in this time. I know that it's very confusing. So I have a couple different topics I want to touch on. Like I said, anything that you want to say or that you need prayers for or that you have questions on, the chat is open. You guys just have at it with each other and that. And I'm going to start out by talking about something that was actually said to me in my workout today. And you guys know that I always pull from my Peloton workouts. I know that sounds silly, but those instructors are wisdom filled and they always say the right things at the right times. And when I was doing my ride today, and it was an old ride, it wasn't even something that was put out recently, but she said in one of the really hard moments when I was up out of the saddle and I was pushing and I was sweating and I was nauseous, and it's that moment where you just want to quit and you just don't know how you're going to keep going. And she said, in this moment, what are you going to be governed by? And I don't mean that as in like a political standpoint. We're not doing that. I'm saying, what are you being governed by right now? What is controlling your mindset? What is controlling your emotions? And you really have to identify that in a time like this to ask yourself, am I being governed by what I want to be governed by right now, right? Am I being governed by social media and fear and all of the crazy statuses and the news reports and just this anxiety, right? Is that what is fueling your emotions and your mind all day long? Or are you being governed by your God, right? Or by your faith or by, the truth? Are you able to control your mind during a time like this? And I know that that's not easy. I know that it's very difficult to quiet the anxiety in a time like this, but what I want to stress is so important is that we do have control over that. And something I'm going to touch on tonight too is that I know that a lot of you are home right now full time and you're not used to being home right now full time. And I know that you're spending way too much time on your phones and that's going to mess with your mind. So I'm going to talk about that too, and the balance of like kind of getting into a routine when you're quarantined in at home and you're like, I don't know actually what to do with this many hours in a day. So I'm going to talk about that, but ask yourself that right now, the way that you've been reacting, the conversations you've been having, the statuses you've been making, the thoughts that are in your mind, what is it being governed by? And kind of spit truth on that. You know how I always say that, like flip the script. Like we always say, what is the truth of what's actually going on and what we actually can control and what is just being detrimental to my mental health right now and myself and my family and those around me when I actually don't have any control over it. So I think that that's really important to figure out first. This is one of those times where I know that there's so many like memes and like all these things about like how being quarantined is so bad and we're all losing our minds and you all want to like give your kids away and it's stressful. And I know that guy. I literally yelled at my dogs more times today than I have in my life. I don't know like if they know that things are not normal. Maybe your kids are being like this too, but I actually almost cried today because I feel like my dog just doesn't respect me. And I was like, I really can't handle this anymore. Like I'm actually over it. And I know how you feel. I know it's not kids. I know you guys have it worse, but we're in this like almost joking mindset of like, I don't like this. Like, how am I going to get through this? Like, I always wished I could be home to Netflix and chill, and now I'm losing my mind. And I know it's lighthearted and a joke, but I know that a lot of people also are really struggling with it. And I want you to see this as a gift. And I know that that might sound really crazy, especially in a time like this, but I want you to spend time during your day doing things that you haven't been able to do. Whether that's just quality time with your spouse or actually unplugging and being with your kids or spending time in the word that you haven't had the chance to, or just being able to be present. There's so much just like mass hysteria on social media and in the news with everything that's going on. I'm not saying to ignore what's happening, but choose wisely how you're spending your time right now. And there's so many things you can't control. You can control the minutes of your day and what you're doing with them. And you can use this in a way that adds positivity to your life, that strengthens your relationships, that helps you grow closer to God, that helps to give you strength and guidance through this. Like there's so many things that we can be doing during this time. So I want to talk about that, just really about your daily routine. So use this as a positive. And yes, it's okay to joke. I know that your kids are driving you crazy. I know that everything's nuts right now, but ask yourself, like, let's say you've been home for 2 days already. Like, what have I done with my time? Right? Like where am I really spending my time? Because I know, like I said, some of you may not be used to being home. So you are spending all those extra hours on your phone. And especially in a time like this, that's not going to be helpful. And this is when I really want you to put into play what we always preach to you guys. Whether there's a situation or going on or not, you are still able to work your business and be there for your team and be there for this community and plug in and not spend all day on your phone. I don't want you to do this in a time like this. It is toxic. It is negative. It is too much. So I want you to choose your days. I know this might sound funny, but we have a lot of videos in the team page about like my daily routine. And I know that obviously it wasn't filmed in a time like this, but I am home full time. And I've created a balance of not being on my phone all day and making sure I have quality time with my loved ones and making sure that my mindset is right and I can get done what I need to do and plug in and be here for you guys, but also live my life, right? So maybe go back and reference those. I think one that I did was, I think it was like a day in the life of a 200K, me just explaining how simple it is to not have to be on your phone all day long. So really pay attention to that, look at that, get down a routine. And something that I want to say too, like plugging into this community is so huge. So the time that you are spending on your phone, be a light. Guys, like be a light in a situation like this to your downline, to your sidelines, to your upline, to this team as a whole, to your followers on Facebook and Instagram. Use the time that you are spending here in a positive way. Like, I know it sounds funny, but like plug in to the customer accountability group, show up and say like, I know times are hard, but I'm doing what I can do right now. So I got up and I worked out and I'm still going to drink my water and I'm still going to show up for my customers and I'm going to show them how to take control over this day when they don't know what the heck to do, right? Be that example. And I think this is one of those times where it reiterates how we always say, like, you're never ready to be a leader. You never arrive at being a leader. In a time like this, I need you to show up in every single capacity as a leader, for being a human, for being, oh, hold on. I never know how to fix this. Whoever's sharing their screen, can you undo it for me? Cindy, I don't know how to do it on here. Hold on. How do I do this? There we go. Okay. Sorry. So what I was saying, when you're not ready to be a leader, this is one of those times where I am going to tell you that you're going to step up right now and you're going to be a light and you're going to be a leader in your community, in your home, in your team, and your sidelines, and this tribe as a whole, on your social media, literally everywhere. And I know, oh, it's lightning. I know that that might sound scary in a time like this, but this is when you realize the impact that you really do have. And like we always say, I want you to relate it back to this. What do I teach you in your business? I want you to be the one person on your timeline doing things differently and doing things the right way. And that's what I still want you to do right now. I want you to be the one person on your timeline right now that is not losing their shit. Okay. I want you to be the one person on their timeline that is not spreading negativity and false rumors and craziness and all this stuff. I want you to go on there and pray for somebody. I want you to go on there and give people tangible advice of what they can do to get through the day right now. How, like I did a live on practicing gratitude, right? How can they stay positive in these times? How can they know that they have a community? So you have to be the example right now. And that is a capacity, that is a way right now that you can work your business without having to feel uncomfortable working in business. Guys, we're not just in this to sell a vitamin, right? We have never just been in this to sling a product or sign a promoter or do anything. Right now, this world needs you to serve them as a leader, as an example, not just to sell them something, right? Me working my business right now might look a little bit different. Am I still showing up? Yes. Am I still helping my girls? Yes. Am I still so proud of this because I know that you guys are receiving checks that are saving you right now, or some of you are working to get one next Tuesday when you haven't had one that's going to change your life? Yes. But the power of this community is what will help people right now. And that will help your business, whether it's tomorrow or a week from now or a month or 6 months down the line. That work will happen on its own. People will see what you did during this period, and they will know that you were a part of something so strong that so many people are missing. So I want you to be that person on your timeline that is the difference, that is the breath of fresh air, that is when that person is about to throw their phone and say, like, I literally can't look at one more post about this, that they come across your post and they feel refreshed, and it eases their fear and it eases their anxiety, and they know that they have somebody that is there praying for them, being there for them, that's being helpful in situations like this. So that's my biggest piece of advice, because I know that a lot of people are like, okay, I don't know how to share the business. I don't know how to post. Like, you don't want to feel insensitive. You don't know, like I said, what to do with your hands right now. You don't know how to move forward. So I want you to know that working your business, it doesn't always have to be a business post or a product thing. Am I still sharing my 3-step on my story? Yes, because my day-to-day routine, I'm still waking up and sharing my life, and that's a part of my life. But I am doing more things of just trying to be there for people and help people and be compassionate and checking in the local city that I'm in the group on Facebook to see if people need something, making sure I'm checking my groups to see people that are just asking for prayer, going live and pouring into people. That is how you can serve the world right now. And that's what I want you to know, is that whatever capacity that you show up right now, it's going to be impactful because of your hearts and because of your integrity and because of your character. And I know that a lot of people are like, okay, well, I don't even know like how to share it or how to do this and that. I haven't flat out made a business post because it hasn't been on my heart too recently, but I did announce a VIP, right? So for me, that was me saying, this is impacting somebody's life that may not have been getting a check next Tuesday that is getting one. People can read that and see that without me having to say, oh, well, hey, I can help you make a check because you're not making a paycheck, right? Live by example of what this business can do. You don't have to throw it at people or make them aware that they can make a paycheck, right? If these are your followers, they know what you do. Right? They know what you have your hands on. Just show up consistently and be a light through this period. And of course, share the wins and the impact and all these things, but don't feel like you have to be uncomfortable in the way that you're posting, if that makes sense. So I want you to proceed in whatever way feels good to you. If you are somebody that right now you want to scream to the high heavens what this business is doing for you because it's saving you, do it. Right? If you're somebody where you're like, that's just, it's not on my heart right now, I'd rather go live and talk about this, do it. Stay true to who you are through this situation, and that's going to help your business so much. So I want you to be the example on your social media, and imagine the impact. There's 115 people on here right now. Imagine the impact of 115 of us tomorrow went on social media and practiced that and worked on that. And it's the same thing I said with the leadership. You may not be ready. You may still be anxious. You may be fearful. You may be freaking out, right? You're going to step up anyways, because that's going to help you in the process. It helps me all the time when I'm going through scary times, when I can help another and I can have those realizations myself and pour that into them. It helps us anyways, right? So be that light on your social media, be the example, and work your business in a way that you are comfortable right now. And another thing I wanted to talk about is your belief right now. And this is not about posting about your business. This is about your actual business and the belief that you have in your business. If you are in a hard time right now and you know that money may be short or paychecks may not come, or that you're going to be in a tighter situation that you didn't plan for, you better freaking believe in this business right now, guys. Especially if you're quarantined at home, especially if you're sitting here on the Zoom, you have your hands on something that can and will be your saving grace in this situation, but you have to believe in it, right? So many people are already retreating and they're not trusting and they're panicking. And I used to do that when I was in such a hard position. It's like you don't even know what to do. So you're like, okay, well, I'm just screwed, right? Like I can't do anything. I'm not letting you guys go there. You are already a part of this. You were already in it. You were already here. You fight like hell, right? You look up and you look around and you see who you need to impact right now and who you can help, and let this be your saving grace. I don't care if your numbers haven't been where they wanted to be. I don't care if you haven't made a paycheck. I don't care if your paycheck was $14. I don't care what it is. You have next Tuesday every single week. Every single week. That's something Travis used to say to me. He said, there's always next Tuesday. There's always next Tuesday, right? You always have that belief that you can do something in a week's time. And if you're in a situation like this right now, and maybe you're strapped and maybe things are happening that you weren't ready for, know that you have the most incredible community around you and that this can change everything. It can be your saving grace right now. So please don't retreat and think that maybe if you weren't where you wanted to be in your business, that this will hinder it, or that, well, it's not just going to happen, or this and that. You see this as the one thing that I better freaking believe in right now, because it's the one thing that I can control. It's the one thing that I already have my hands on, that is in front of me. I'm sitting in my house. What am I going to do about it, right? So I want you to see that from both perspectives, that not only the way that you show up on social media is so powerful right now and so impactful, you need to understand that the way that you're speaking to yourself and the belief that you have in this business and in this team is huge, okay? We're not going anywhere. I am here day in and day out for every single thing that you need, but you have to believe in it. You have to know that next Tuesday is going to come. And if it's not next Tuesday, great. You got the next Tuesday, right? It is weekly. You can crush your dreams. You can get anything that you need right now to be your saving grace. Even if it's just you need 25 extra bucks for groceries right now, this can be the one thing that is your option, that is your controllable, that you can help. So I hope that this was helpful. Like I said, I don't just want to come on here and do like some random training of like how to boost this or how to, like, I don't know. I don't want to be like that right now, because I know that that's not where your hearts are and that's not where your minds are. And I know that you need support and love. And I want you to know that there is power in numbers. There is power in community. And I know that some of you are scared shitless right now. I know that it's terrifying. I know that there's unexpected things happening right now. Please lean in to what we have here. I said this on the live on the team page. If you are in a dire situation, or if you are in trouble, or if you are scared, or if you just need somebody to talk to, reach up and talk to somebody. We are here for you. We will do absolutely anything we can to help you. And I want you to know that we are going to get through this, and we're going to look back when all of this settles down, and we are going to praise God for what he worked through us and what he did for this country and how he got us through this and how our lives have completely transformed, right? And we are a community and a family that is going to make a difference. Okay, we are that. So please be the example on your social media. Show up and help people, love people, be there for people. Do anything you can in this time just to be that exception on your page, and really instill that belief in yourself that you have your hands on something that can save you in a time like this, and it will save you if you just believe in it. So I love you guys so, so much. I hope that this was helpful. I'm praying over each and every one of you, and I hope that y'all have an incredible night.